Hi friends, Jennifer with Triangle Wellness with Jennifer here. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home today to do a core workout. I'm not going to do a lot of instruction on teaching how. This is basically just to give your core a nice workout. So we're going to do some different crunches. We're going to do some bicycle crunches, some scissor crunches, and some twists on our backs. We're going to come to a seated position and do some crunches there. Going to come onto our hands and knees and do some bird dogs, side planks, locust lifts, and then we're going to end in a supine position back on our backs just for a couple stretches to relax a little bit. So again, not going to go through the mechanics of how things work. This video is kind of for folks who kind of know the exercises and know what to do. This is just a good short core workout. If you want kind of to add on to your workout, I have a quick ab or a glute video that you could also do if you wanted to combo up and do an ab and a glute workout. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be on our backs. And first we're going to bring our knees into our chest. We're going to start off just a little bit slow, and then we'll kind of get things kicking. Okay, so we're going to start by just doing some extended legs to the edge of the mat, not letting your leg touch the mat, but letting it kind of hover. So we're going to alternate right leg out, left leg, right and left for 10, 9. Keep the abs engaged. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, it's just to activate a little bit, get you going. So now we're going to kick it off with some bicycle crunches. So hands are going to go, fingers clasped behind your neck, or behind your head. And let's get started with some bicycles. 2. I'm going to do 10 sets. Don't forget to breathe. This is 10. Now hold it for a second here. Okay, switch sides and hold it. And release. Okay, shake that off a little bit. We're going to switch over now and do some scissor crunches. So the legs go up, hands behind your head. And here we go. Right and left. 2, 3. We're doing 10. 'Get ready to hold. And switch. And release it down. If you heard some popping, I have a hip that pops quite a bit. So if you heard that, apologize for that. But you may have the same thing. Everybody generally has something that on their body that does a little something weird. So the last thing that we're going to do on our backs is we're going to do a few windshield twists. I'm going to start with the legs kind of in a tabletop position, laying down. Hands can come out to the side, and we're just going to kind of twist over towards the right, bring it back to center, over to the left. Okay, so let's do about 10 of these, and here we go. 1, that's 1 set. 2, don't forget to breathe. Might have some cracking going on in there. Okay, we're a little over halfway. If you want more, extend your legs up and continue this way, Or if you're fine where you were, that's perfectly fine too. I've kind of lost count, but we'll do a couple more. 2 more on each side, whether your legs are extended or if your knees are bent, either way is fine. Last one. And bring those knees back in. Take just a couple minutes here, seconds, and bring your knees into your chest. Take a couple breaths. Let your heart rate slow down just a little bit. And then I'm going to roll up, and we're going to come into a seated position, and we're going to do kind of like boat style, kind of like boat pose in yoga, but not 100% into a boat. So your knees or your legs are going to come up kind of in this tabletop position again. You're going to extend the arms out, and then we're going to go down, extend the legs out, crunch up. So down and up. So you're not going all the way down to the mat. You're kind of hovering. So we're going to do 10 of these. So get yourself set. And here we go. Lower, up, lower, and up, lower, and up, lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hold it and release. Okay, and now we're going to come to hands and knees. We're going to start with bird dog, and we are going to do the bird dog, and then so you're going to extend your right arm, left leg back. As you come back in, you're going to tap your knee to your elbow. You're going to extend back out, knee to elbow, extend back out. So we're going to do that several times. Then we're going to switch sides. So start with the right arm, left leg for 1 and 2 and 3. Use it a little, it's balance work too. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Ready? And 1. Same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great work. So side plank might be a little challenging for some. You could do 2 different things. If it is easier for you to do a modified version on your knees, you can certainly do it that way. We're going to come into the plank and we're going to do some leg lifts. So if you need to drop down to your knees, it's totally okay. And you could do that 1 or 2 ways. Like you could come up all the way with your arm completely up, or if you wanted to be down on your forearm, you could be down on your forearm as well. And the same goes for if you want to do side plank on your forearm, you can do it that way. If you want to come all the way up and do complete side plank, that's fine too. So your choice. We're going to come into the side plank. We're going to do some leg lifts. So come into your side plank. I'm going to hold for a second. And then it's going to challenge your balance a little bit as well. So lift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course, we're going to hold it and release. Come down. Maybe come to your hands and knees. Give yourself a little bit of a rest. We're going to do that on the opposite side. So I'm going to turn around so you can see. So the same thing, we're going to just come into the side plank and do those leg lifts. So admittedly, the left side is much harder for me than the right side. You may notice that's harder for you as well. So if you see me shaking a little bit, that is normal for me. I have a weaker side. Most all of us do. And so we're ready to do those lifts. So lift, 8. Try not to fall like I just did. And hold it. And release. So if you watch many of my videos, you'll hear me say a lot, my left hip, I've had a lot of trouble with my left hip, so I have to work extra hard with anything that has to do with my left side. And most all of us have a side that does not want to quite cooperate. So you'll notice that. You'll notice that you have one side that just doesn't want to play as nice. So we did our side planks. We're going to come and do a regular plank now. And we're just going to, in the regular plank position, we're just going to hold that plank. And then as we come out, we're going to lower all the way to the mat and we're going to do some locust lifts. So be listening for that prompt as soon as we finish with our plank. So plank position, you're going to come onto the toes, balls of the feet, your hands. Make sure that you're pressing all the way down into all of your fingers and not dumping all of the weight into your palms. So one thing we're going to do here is we're going to do a few plank push-ups. So you're going to scoot yourself forward onto your tiptoes, lower, and come back up. So we're going to do several of these. So you're going to go forward, lower, up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, down, up, back. 3 more. Forward, down, up, back, forward, down, up, back. 1 more. Forward, down, up, and hold it. If you're starting to shake, it's okay. Come back up. Forward onto your tiptoes. Align your shoulders over your wrist. Lower all the way down. And catch your breath for a second. So your feet are now going to come onto the tops of your feet. Your toes are going to be pointing towards the back of the room. Your arms are going to be underneath your shoulders. And your elbows are going to hug in. So you don't want them out like that to the sides. You want them hugged in. And your forehead's going to start down on the mat. I'm going to leave mine up for now so that you can hear me and I'm not like breathing into this mic. But you're going to lower your forehead. When we lift, we're going to lift our head, our hands, and our feet all off of the ground. So I'm going to demonstrate and not talk for a second. So when you hold, we're going to hold for a couple seconds, lower. And then we'll come back up and hold for a couple seconds and lower. So let's get started. Up and hold. Take a few breaths and lower. Now to protect your lower back, make sure it should not hurt your lower back, but engaging the core and really pulling the belly in is going to help with that. So we're going to do 10 of these. Ready? 1. We're going to hold and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5. Possible I miscounted. Yoga teachers do that a lot. Don't forget to breathe. That's the last one. Hold and release. Now, come down onto the, well, actually you're going to push up into a tabletop position, and we're going to do one more plank. We're going to come onto our forearms and we're going to do a forearm plank. So same concept as the plank, you're just down on your forearms. And we're just going to hold here for a few minutes. So while you're holding, I'm going to talk to you so that you forget that you're holding a plank position. I said I wasn't going to do any instruction. I think I've provided a few tips along the way. If there were any issues that you experienced or have questions that you want to send me and ask, please feel free. Okay, and drop your knees to the ground. And let's just take a child's pose for a second before we come onto our back. So widen the legs as much as is comfortable for you, toes together, and just put your head to the mat and take a couple minutes rest here. Well, not minutes, but take a rest. Take some deep breaths in, let your heart rate slow down. Hopefully you're feeling a good workout in those abs today. So last couple things here. Don't worry, you're done. We're just going to do a couple of stretches here. So bring your knees into your chest. You can sway a little bit if you want. And then we're going to do a spinal twist, which basically was like what we did with the when we were doing following our crunches earlier, but this is going to be more relaxing. You're just going to take your knees and drop them over to the left, and your head can turn to the right. Just stay there for a second and breathe. And bring them back in and just twist to the other side. And just let that go. Okay, stay there as long as you'd like. Come up to seated. So thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to come into your home for this core ab workout. Hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon.